There was a time in my life when pain controlled my decisions, a time when I was searching for relief, searching for answers, and searching for a way out. But I've learned something powerful about pain. Pain can either break you or it can build you. Welcome to Success After Pain podcast, a place where we have real conversations about recovering, overcoming addiction, rebuilding after failure, healing from trauma, and discovering purposes through life's toughest moments. If you ever felt like giving up, this podcast is for you. I'm glad you're here. Let's grow together. Today, I want to share about how recovery has replaced some things in my life. So, if I had to give today's segment a topic, it would be what have recovery done for you? Well, recovery has replaced a lot of things back in my life. First, let's start off by saying it gave me a peace of mind. You see, when I was in active addiction, I was all over the place. Nothing was comfortable. Every place, every situation that I've entered or it occurred around me, I felt the discontent within. Well, after coming to the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous, I have learned some tools in order to deal with life on life terms. You know, recovery has given me back my dignity, my principles, and morals as a human being. You know, because when I was in active addiction, I've lost all respect, not only for you, but myself as well. So today, I would like to share some of the things that recovery has done for me. I became responsible as a dad, as a husband. I also became accountable. You know, my actions now. I no longer run and blame you for the things that I do. You know, I can take responsibility for my actions and I can admit when I'm wrong today versus when I was in active addiction, it was you. You caused me to do that. If I wasn't with this person last night, I wouldn't have done that. Well, today I know that I'm responsible for not only my actions, but my recovery as well. It also has given me back my mind to where I can go out and I can seek employment and I can basically provide for my family the right way. I don't have to continue to run in stores. I don't have to put a gun to somebody's head. I don't have to attempt to do wrong in order to provide for myself and my family. So these are some of the fruits that NA has given me back as a recovering addict. Also, recovery has given me many options to choose from today. On Monday, I will be going back to truck driving school to retain my CDL. Also, you know, it has given me many fruits since I decided to stop using. I haven't used people, places, nor things in order to overcome the obstacles of everyday living. You see, once I decided to change how I thought and how I was thinking, my life became better. My life started to change for me. See, I don't know about you, but if you hanging around people, places, and things that you use with, including family members, I suggest you today to think about, cutting those things off because they told me if I keep going to a barber shop, sooner or later I would get a line up or a haircut, and that's the way life is. If you keep hanging out around some of the same old people, doing some of the same old things, then your results is pretty much going to be the same result. You know, that's insane. They call that insanity. Anytime you are doing the same thing and expecting different results, you're insane. You know, we are people that have selected memory. See, once we decide to change something and it starts to work for the best of us, we can revert right back to that old way of thinking. See, they told me if I don't begin to change how I see things, then my outcome pretty much is going to remain the same or get worse. Today, recovery has allowed me to gain some tools in order to deal with life on life terms. So when I'm facing an opposition, I can pick up the phone. I can call someone and say, hey, look, this is what's going on with me. Any suggestions that you recommend that I can use in order to help me get through what I'm going through? See, a closed mouth don't get fed. See, when you are going through something, especially in recovery, it is suggested that you reach out to someone. That's why when you start going to NA meetings, they'll tell you to get phone numbers. They say file them. Excuse me. They say dial them. Don't file them. In other words, when your back is up against the wall, those numbers that you collected in a meeting with other recovering addicts, pick the phone up, call someone, find you a sponsor, reach out to your sponsor. Let them share their experience, strength, and hope, knowing that their experience can be your antidote. You don't have to use in order to get through what you're going through. Because see, when you use, you lose everything all the time. So these are just some of the necessities that I have gained in the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous. So if you're new, stick and stay. They told me don't leave before the miracle happens. See, today I'm very proudful of knowing that I have a support system to help me get through what I'm going through. You see, I was told if nothing changes, nothing changes. See, today I am accountable for my actions. I'm responsible for doing the things that is suggested of me to do. And that is to put meetings first. My recovery is first. The God of my understanding, which is NA, the group, other recovering addicts, helping me. Like the literature says, one addict helping another addict is therapeutic value. In other words, your experience, I can grab hold to that to rid me for the situation that I'm facing. So, thank you for spending this time with me on the Success After Pain podcast. If today episode encourage you, challenge you, or reminded you that you're capable of more, be sure to subscribe, share, and like to the channel, this episode, and leave a review. And please share this with someone. Just know this is where recovery meets redemption. Peace, proper education always corrects error over here at